Tula gift giving guide for the boater in your life. Take 1.
Today we're going to give you some great gift ideas for the boater in your life. I know right now I'm wondering what the heck I'm going to give Billy. I figured we could help you guys out.
So we've been doing this pretty much every year in a blog article format, but this year we're going to do it in a video format as well. It's just some of the gear that we find ourselves using often throughout the year. None of this is sponsored. Some of them are affiliate links.
Disclosure there. But the way we did this is we each came up with our own list, 5 items, and we didn't tell each other what they were.
Under or around $100 for those first 5 items each.
And then we came up with a guide that is 5 items over $100 together.
So here we go. All right, I'll go first. Item number 1 that I recommend for the boater in your life, whether they're a sailor, a fisherman, just a recreational boater, I think they should probably have a dry bag. So here's a dry bag. There's 2 different kinds. There's like this roll top dry bag that you just put stuff in from the top and then you roll it up really tight as much as you can, and then you just buckle it here, and there you go. You got all your stuff. Keep it completely dry. We have another one that's a Patagonia, and it's got a waterproof zipper. It's a... Excuse me, we're filming here. Our other one is a Patagonia. It's a backpack with a waterproof zipper, so you can just put everything inside of it and then zip it up like a regular backpack and then put it on your back, and that one's great too. So I'm just going to zipper it up all the way. So it's completely dry in there. It's not wet at all. So whether you're sailing, whether you think you need to keep things dry or not, it's always good to have a dry bag.
And not only do they come in different types of like roll-ups, but they also come in different sizes. So which size would you recommend?
I like the bigger ones because you can always make the bigger ones smaller, but if you need more space, obviously you can't make the smaller ones bigger. The bigger ones you just roll up tighter. Your turn.
Billy said they were for all different kinds of boaters, but you didn't say that we're also using it as like liveaboards. So this is my favorite under $100 liveaboard item. It is a Kindle, because as you know, well, you may not know, but as a liveaboard you can't really get TV or YouTube when you're out in the middle of nowhere, but you could always read a book. And with the Kindle, if you have a library card, you can get any book you want for free, which is awesome.
On a boat, space and sometimes weight is always a factor, so not having a whole bookshelf full of books is of value, and those books oftentimes get moldy anyway, living on a boat full time.
Yep. And like, I have always been a person that loves a real actual book, and I was very nervous that the Kindle was gonna like hurt my eyes and stuff, but it doesn't.
Because you hate screens.
Yeah, I hate screens. I hate reading on an iPad or on a phone, but I love this. I've been using it for what, like 3 years now? Because
for some reason the light, the way they have that set up, doesn't hurt your eyes or give you a headache or anything.
Yeah, there's no light. So Kindle, item number 1 for me. Item number 2
for me. So the next gift I recommend is, again, for any boater in your life. I've recommended before, and I'm going to recommend it again because I truly believe that every single person on the boat should have this, and that is a Mantis headlamp. These things are amazing. They have a few different light settings. Red for night vision. It lasts like something like 25 hours on this red light. You can still see what's in front of you, but it doesn't kill your night vision, which is always useful. And then it's got a regular light setting, and then a bright light setting, and then an SOS light setting. The battery lasts forever. The light is super bright. It's waterproof, and it is super durable. We abuse our stuff, and we get it wet all the time, and we just throw it around, and this thing has lasted forever. So I recommend Mantis headlamp.
You're gonna wear that the rest of the time.
Yep.
My turn. Item number 2 is a waterproof boot. If you guys saw on our sailing trip back from the USVIs to Florida, it rained so many days in a row, and I was just so soggy. I just want to be dry. My toes are soggy. My hands are soggy. And as soon as I got home, I told my mom that. She got me these, and I have been wearing them on the boat ever since. Really wish I had them on that trip. And they're not only good for like keeping your feet dry, but also if you're fishing, you don't have to worry about a fish like flinging around on the deck and getting your feet and everything like that. And you recently just got a new pair of waterproof boots too. It just makes it easier putting the boat in at the boat ramp. Like, you don't have to worry about your pants or your feet getting wet and cold and everything like that. So waterproof boots.
They make these low cut ones for if it's warm outside and you don't have to wade deep in the water, and they make super high cut ones for if you know you're going to be deeper in the water, especially if it's not so hot out. Those higher cut ones that come up past your calf are really nice.
Yeah, and these are extra tough. No way affiliated with them. My mom just got them, I think, on Amazon. You just got yours from West Marine, and
yeah,
do you know
the fancy
brand?
ones. I'll link it below. They're like the fancy ones that were super on sale at West Marine, which were awesome.
Yeah, so boot.
My next one is something that every boater, especially a sailor, should be carrying this at all times when they're on their boat. And I kind of slacked in the past carrying this, but now having this Corsair with us and needing to set it up and tweak things here and there, I've seen how valuable it is. And especially, I mean, you should always have it just because in case of an emergency, you need this. And that is a knife, but more than a knife, a multi-tool. So back in the day, you know, sailors would always have their rigger's knife, and it would usually be just a knife and then maybe a marlin spike on the other side. But now we have multi-tools, and they are just so functional. You always have pliers on you, you always have a knife, a sharp knife on it, and then obviously it has its screwdrivers and files and stuff like that. So I just have this Leatherman sidekick. It came with this little pouch that I just keep on my belt or on the Velcro strap of my foul weather gear, and I just always have it on me, and it's been super useful. Just, you know, you gotta undo a shackle or something, you just reach on your side, pull out the multi-tool, it's right there. Super handy. So whether you're a fisherman, sailor, whatever, I recommend a multi-tool.
Item number 3 for me is YouTube sailing / boating channel gear.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, but not really, because last year we got your Dad Sailing Zingaro t-shirt, and we've gotten lots of friends, not even sailing channels, but just YouTube channel in general. It could be a Casey Neistat item, or for me, if you felt the need to get me a bucket list family gift, I wouldn't complain.
Wink, wink.
Most YouTube channels, they sell their own gear, and if anybody is a big fan of any specific YouTube channel, I'm sure they would super appreciate item from their favorite YouTuber.
So just pay attention to what your someone that you're looking to get this gift for is talking about all the time, who they've been watching on YouTube. Because generally, you're watching it, if you're not out there sailing or fishing or doing what you want to do yet, you're watching that on YouTube, and you generally have your favorite channels. And even if you are doing that thing, sometimes you're still watching those YouTube channels. So, good idea.
And it doesn't have to be YouTube, it could be podcasts. For example, does Joe Rogan sell anything? Because I'm sure you would love that. Instagram accounts, anything, they all sell their own merchandise. So yeah, check them out.
Everyone who is on the water obviously wears sunglasses. But not many sunglasses float. These do. But that's not what I'm recommending. What I'm recommending is a floating sunglass retainer thing. This one in particular is from a company called Corks, and they made one special for us. See, it's got our logo and some flags on there. And it's just a cork on this like plastic wire with these little things that go on the frames. But it's awesome because it holds it on your neck. You can just leave your sunglasses down here. These holders on the back of the sunglass are better than what we've had in the past, so they stay on really good. And if you do happen to drop them, they fall off your head or whatever, they got a cork, so it'll float.
And this specific brand, you can customize whatever you want on their website. And there's a bunch of other different brands of croquis out there too, but these specifically, we know they float, and you've been liking them. So
I've been liking them a lot. I think they're really comfortable. Again, we have no affiliation with them at all. They just watch our channel, Corks.com. They sent us these samples. They do want us to carry them in the tool shop, and we may in the future, but for now, I just think it's a good product. Yeah, they don't know we're making this video or anything like that, so.
But if you do want us to carry them in a tool shop, let us know. The only reason we didn't put sunglasses as one of them is because sunglasses are kind of hard to buy for someone else, and this is a gift-giving guide.
if you do know what kind of sunglasses someone likes and how they might fit on them, we always recommend our favorite Hobie polarized.
So my next two items we are affiliates for, but we are only affiliates for companies that we truly love and trust and want to share with you guys. So my item number 4 is Waterless Apparel.
Captain Bill here. I'm motoring up to Stewart right now on my little 26-foot pocket cruiser called Tula.
I'm so close and yet so far. We're on a mission.
I guess my love is for the ocean, not for you.
So whether you're looking to give a gift for a guy, board shorts, or a girl, they make sports tops, leggings, and rash guards and everything like that. They make lots of cool items. All of their products represent different creatures or ecosystems, and then 10% of the profits of your purchase go towards research and education of that specific creature or environment. So really cool. We are so happy we're affiliates for them. We're so proud of them as a company, and we love them.
The person you're looking to buy a gift for, obviously if they're a boater, they are on the water, they love the water, so they probably love these water-inspired products that Waterless makes.
And all of these products are also made from recycled plastic bottles, which is super cool too.
Alright, so my last gift recommendation for under or around $100, I don't have right here at the moment, but it is a good pair of diving gloves. And I say diving gloves, but you can use them for snorkeling, scuba diving, even just scraping the bottom of the boat, because when you're scraping the bottom of the boat,
Barnacles.
there's a lot of hard barnacles sometimes, and you could really cut up your hands. You're working on the running gear, the prop, you could potentially cut your hand on that. So a good pair of diving gloves is just amazing. And if you're just going snorkeling in the Caribbean or wherever, you're not supposed to be touching coral or anything like that, but just in case you do, if you have to grab onto something, a rock, anything like that, your hands are protected. So we've used 2 different kinds. We've used Neritic, and then Cameron Kirkconnell's, a famous spear fisherman, Kurt Conkle, his brand of diving gloves. So we'll link them both in the description, but if anyone is thinking about just getting in the water in general, I recommend a good pair of versatile gloves.
Yeah, because we also wear them for holding up fish that we want to take a picture of, and filleting fish, especially like lionfish and stuff like that, where you have to be super careful.
And spearfishing. We always wear them spearfishing. So.
And they're, like under $50 for a really nice pair, and you can get super cheap pairs as well. My item number 5 is, we recently did an ad on one of our videos for this product. And we just are super excited about it, because we've been looking for something just like this for a really long time now.
And again, we're not
being paid to make this right now.
They don't even know that we're including this in our gift giving guide. We just really want to recommend it to you guys.
And we've actually gotten, specifically on Patreon, but a lot of comments on YouTube as well, for people looking for a product just like this. And it's the Clean Oceans kit from Catamaran Supply. The Clean Oceans kit is a bunch of non-toxic, plastic-free items that are good for you and the environment. This specifically includes laundry detergent, plastic-free, non-toxic, sunscreen, raw elements, our favorite, soap, non-toxic soap for dishes and sponges, made from loofahs, and shampoo, conditioner, and body soap that are all not in plastic. They are little bars.
And even a wood and a natural bristle scrub brush.
If anybody you know is a liveaboard and they care about the environment, they don't even have to be a liveaboard. They could be in a camper right now like us.
They could be in a house, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I can think of a handful of people who I'm going to get this for who live in a house.
Yeah. Lots of our friends and mostly we know would absolutely love this product, so we're super excited to share it. Clean Oceans Kit by Catamaran Supply.
That's all we have for gifts for under and around $100, but we thought of 5 more gifts for that special someone in your life who you want to spend over $100 on. You want a really meaningful gift for them. So we have a few items we'll recommend. If you are spending over $100 on this person, you probably care about them. Obviously, they're going to be on a boat. This is something that you can maybe keep an eye on them, just making sure that they're safe and on course, or they could get in contact with you if they need to. And that is a satellite tracker / messaging device. So one of our patrons, Don, actually gave us this in Reach, and it's been working amazing.
So there's a bunch of different plans. You have to have a service, but this, you can send your family points every 60 minutes, every 3 hours, every 5 hours, every 30 minutes to show them exactly where you are, and they can email or they can go on a specific app and see. And you can also text message them preset messages or messages that you type up on this or on your phone, and it's really amazing. There's also an SOS function, so if you are really in trouble, you press that and you will be in touch with emergency services and they will help you out. The service plan, you can pause it when you're not using it,
and it's reasonable in general.
Yeah, we had a spot before and it was great as well. We loved it, but you had to pay for the service plan for the entire year. But for us, like this year, we sailed for the first 3 months, then we didn't sail the rest of it. So with this, we just pause it and we're not paying for it, which is great.
All right, what's your next one for over $100?
Our trusty thing that we have had forever and ever and ever is our iPad.
Here's where we are right now in Samaná. This is the west coast of the Dominican Republic. And we want to go all the way down, right about here is Grenada. That might be it, somewhere down there.
For navigation, for TV, for anything you need, and we specifically pair this with a Navionics app, and it has been our navigation since Tula. You had it when
Yeah,
you first
that's
got
what I
Tula.
first started the adventure on, with an iPad with Navionics. And some people say you don't want to rely on it as your primary navigation device. We do use it as our primary navigation device. We just always make sure we have backups, and it's been working amazing. One important thing to make sure of, if you're going to buy an iPad for someone with Navionics for navigation, that kind of thing, is to make sure the iPad is cellular capable. If it's a model that is Wi-Fi only, it does not have the GPS antenna in it, and it will not work offshore.
And you don't need to get a plan for it, like a phone plan where you're paying per month, but you just have to make sure it's cellular capable.
Capable, right. Now, you can still do the same thing with a Wi-Fi only iPad, but you need an extra little device called like a Bad Elf or something, an extra little GPS antenna. But it's just easier to have your iPad cellular capable.
And we've never used the other way, so we can't comment on it. Besides Navionics, we also have like our Netflix app on here. If we have Wi-Fi, we have the ability...
We do all our weather on there.
Yeah, our weather. We have the ability to like transfer videos from our hard drives and watch them on here. And yeah, we have these little RAM mounts everywhere. So whether we're using it for navigation, it's right by our like helm seat, or whether it's above our bed, we have a little thing and we're watching TV. So it's great. We love it.
I think we may have recommended this before in the past, and it goes along the lines of safety as well. And honestly, it is super cheap insurance. And it's not insurance, but just figure of speech. But that is a Towable US or possibly a Sea Tow membership. We're broken down and we're going to need a tow.
And it's under...
So you could buy this for someone, the unlimited towing and unlimited trailer assist, saltwater, something like $160 a year.
When we broke it down in Neverland, if we didn't have Towboat US, we would have paid over $500.
Just for that one tow. So like having this thing, if you only use it once in 10 years, it's worth it. Now, a few other ways that we use Towboat US. So obviously, if you break down, they'll give you tow. If you run out of fuel, they'll bring you fuel. One other way we use this also, though, is if we're coming into unfamiliar waters and the mat looks sketchy, or it's an inlet and they're shoaling or anything like that, I'll call the local Boat US people and I'll just try to get a hold of the captain and ask him about any local knowledge. Has anything changed from what I'm seeing on the charts? Anything he recommends? 5-minute phone call, and they give you some good advice on the waters that they are generally in. And generally, if there's any issues, that's where they are pulling people off sandbars or shoals or whatever. So they have great local knowledge. So,
and from our experience, they've always been more than happy to tell us all the information we need about coming in an unfamiliar inlet. Probably because if we don't call them and we run aground, they're going to have to deal with us. But
right.
Yeah, they've always been very nice.
So for like $160 or $170 a year, I highly recommend Boat US or maybe Sea-Tow if that's more prevalent in your area as a great option for a gift.
Item number 4. Billy got me this for Christmas, I think 3 years ago, and it has probably been one of my favorite gifts ever. And it is a freediving course, and we both did it together, and it was one of our favorite things we've ever done. We learned so much. To be someone that wants to spearfish, but it could come in handy if your anchor gets stuck, or you're cleaning the bottom and you don't have scuba gear, or you want to get fish for dinner and you need to be able to hold your breath. It was a great course. We took it in the Florida Keys by Formula Freediving, but they also have it at Florida Freedivers and probably any freediving or scuba place
all around
by
the
you.
world.
So yeah, any boater in your life that specifically likes the water, wants to be able to spearfish better or hold their breath longer, this would be a great course for them.
And even if they just want to use it for snorkeling, like just be able to dive a little deeper, a little bit more comfortably, just to check out the fish and coral reef that's underneath them. Great for that as well. Or just a challenge, a new sport, a new something to learn and get better at. So at the end of the course that we took, we both were able to dive to 66 feet pretty easily and just really safely as well. It gave us more confidence spearfishing with each other because we each know exactly what to do if the other person has an emergency.
Yep, so if you know someone that's going to be sailing away with their significant other or family, this might be a good safety thing to do as well if you know they're going to be doing a lot of diving. And our very last item, number 5 on our over $100 gift giving guide, is foul weather gear. We just made the plunge and got myself cold weather foul weather gear for sailing up here in New England in the fall/winter. But we also have our favorite pairs, which are Grundens for using when we're like offshore sailing in Florida.
Like the oil slicks are really good, like waterproof foul weather gear. This stuff is pretty waterproof, but it's better for cold weather.
And they're kind of expensive for a good pair, and it's normally a jacket with like a overall kind of a thing.
They come up your pants and then with like suspender straps basically, but they come up to here. Bibs maybe you call them? I don't know.
I don't know what you call them, but they definitely make living on the water or being on the water a lot more comfortable if you're going to be in cold or rainy/wet conditions.
Foul weather gear is always good to have around for sure.
And a good pair. Cheap pairs, they'll probably won't stay waterproof for very long, or they won't be comfortable, but yeah. And again, we're not sponsored by either company. Gil specifically, Billy's had, your mom got them for you when you left on Tula, and you've had them for that long, but when we were bringing the whaler back that 100 miles from Rhode Island to New York a couple years ago, you accidentally put yours in the dryer, and it like the inside melted, and we shipped them back, and the warranty was completely covered. They shipped you back a brand new pair. An even nicer pair than before.
Yeah.
So warranty is great. Grundens we haven't had any issues with yet, but I'm sure they have a good warranty as well.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that gift giving guide. I hope it gave you some good ideas on what you might want to get the boater in your life for this holiday season. If you guys have any questions on anything that we've recommended, just leave them in the comments below or let us know how valuable you thought this was. Everything we talked about will link in the description.
And I know this isn't a typical Tula's Endless Summer video, but we hope you enjoyed, and we just wanted to do it to get it out in time for all of you guys getting gifts for the holiday season.
We get asked all the time what we recommend for certain products for this or that, and we just thought this would be a great opportunity for letting you guys know about some of the gear that we have found most useful in our, 7-8 years of full time living on a boat basically. Make sure you guys are subscribed and the little bell notification button is clicked either here or here somewhere. Down there or down there.
Oh, and if you are interested in getting a YouTuber shirt for someone special and we happen to be the YouTuber, we're doing a big Black Friday sale. So check that out.
Thanks
Bye.
for watching, guys. Bye. Me, 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 me.
Mo, 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 mo. Ruff, 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 ruff.